Hello, Transformer fans! This is Misfit Robot with another instructional video that's about Jetfire and Optimus. Sorry. This is going to be my video showing how you can slightly alter the power-up prime to get something that's a little more movie accurate. But first, before I get to that, I'm going to answer a quick question I received. The question was, can Optimus's knees still bend when he's in power-up mode? And from the stance here, I am showing you can get a fairly bent knee. Unfortunately, a side effect of bending Optimus's knee is the foot doesn't come anywhere close to sitting on the ground. But after many calculations and trajectories and pages of calculus, I've determined that this stance can be used for finishing off Decepticons. So Prime just places his foot right here and then fires his guns. Boom! Headshot! Now, if I was a skilled video reviewer, I would be able to replay that back in slow motion with sound effects and special effects, but I'm not, so you're just gonna have to put up with this. I rise, you fall. No! That moment inspired by the Evangelist, making toy reviewing funny ever since he made toy reviewing funny. Alright, well, I'm gonna get the Decepticon corpse out of the frame here, and let's see if we can't stand Prime normally. With 2-liter toys, you got twice the number of locking joints, which sometimes make him a little hard to pose and stand. That seemed relatively painless, for once. Look, I'm tweaking everything. So, I also have here his concept art, which he doesn't stand up to very well, especially in his original configuration. I'd like you to note he has the 4 spires, the 2 shoulder pads, and his legs are both covered in Jetfire's parts. Unfortunately, there's not too much you can do about the legs. There is another mod out on the internet, but I wasn't a big fan of it, and it made it a little harder to stand. But something you can fix, and with no modding whatsoever, is the shoulder pads. If you're familiar with Jetfire, you know these panels love to fall off all the time, which is actually a feature Hasbro added in on purpose, because Jetfire through the entire movie had parts falling off, and the toy simulates it perfectly. Yeah, see if you believe that. Okay, so to put this on his shoulder, you use the ball joint here, and it's going to sit in this groove on his shoulder. So you just sit that there, and then you pivot the gas tank over it, and it pins it. It pins it better than when it sits on Jetfire. You can shake this toy, and it doesn't come off. Everything else moves, but the shoulder doesn't. Alright, so after you've put the shoulders on your power-up Prime, next, let's get that second spire he's missing, and get rid of all the weird wings he had up here. To do that, and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, you wrap his arm around the thruster. Now, technically, the spire was supposed to be the engine casing rotating up. And I'm going to bring out now a special guest star all the way from Toys R Us, the Legends class Power-Up Prime, which I can't seem to get stand at the moment. So, can you show us how this was supposed to work? Sure thing. It goes a little something like this. And that's how it was supposed to be done. And now you know. And now it's half the battle.
Wrong series, Optimus!
Oh, sorry. More than meets the eye. Alright, well that's enough of him. Let's go back to the toy. So, by wrapping the arm around, you can put this piece back here, and there's your second spire. The last alteration I did, I'm not really sure you'd call this an alteration, but The instructions tell you to have this out flat like this and extend it all the way. And I don't know if they were trying for a wing with a rocket attached, but I didn't like this. And it made it look more bulky and just kibbly. So you can just rotate that in slightly and rotate the fuel tank all the way in the back, and it tucks into the backpack very nicely. I really like that look. One of the downsides to this transformation this way is Jetfire's hands kind of stick out to the side here. You know, he can wave, "Hi, I'm being useful. Prime, use my parts." Or more movie-like, "Prime, use my parts." Oh, I'm gonna be mocked for that. And my Optimus sounds just like my Jetfire. It's like I only know one other voice. Alright, so last but not least, let's do a quick size comparison. I have here the leader, Megatron. Dun, dun, dun. I like the way these two are scaled with each other. It looks very close to the movie to me. Last but not least is the miniature, full-sized Fallen, who looks a little small in comparison. But hey, size doesn't matter. So, that's been my review.
Autobots, transform and roll out!